Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Noontime Kapehan, brought to you by Decap Copy Republic, our coaching hub and home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines. And we are now on our third month here in Noontime Kapehan, our daily coaching conversations, reliving the Kapehan Night by Master Coach A, where she talks about life, love, relationship, money, career, and anything under the sun, and including the sun. Yan. Kapihan Night used to come in live at Decap Copy Republic on floor and via FB page every Tuesday night until the pandemic happened. And we are now bringing Noontime Kapihan for a season only while Brewing Live is taking a quarter break. So shout out to all of the fellow game changers serving in this space and advancing life coaching. If you find it in your heart to support what we are doing here, the works that we're doing, the knowledge that we have, the learnings that we have, imparting it to you, you may give us stars or love gift through bank deposit. Just check the bank info in the caption of this video. So if you want to bless us, if you feel in your heart that we're doing something that would help you be better at all of the things that you're doing, acquire more knowledge, and you're also able to impart this with other people, do send us some gift in there. For your food and beverage, Decup is open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. for dine-in. So we've extended our hours of operation on a latter time. Pick up and delivery is also available. So that's 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Order through 0917-586-1661 and avail of a free I Dream Inspire journal for you or someone you wish to bless. The beautiful thing about it is if you're located in different parts of the globe, in different part of the Philippines, if you want to deliver within Metro Manila, that is something that you can do, and you can bless them, or you can get the I Dream or give it to the one that you're delivering your food and beverage in there, so to be a blessing. That is something that you can do. The I Dream excuse me, the I Dream Inspired Journal is will allow you to jumpstart with your bucket list and the things that you desire to do and achieve beyond limits. So maybe you have bucket lists in there, maybe you have something in there that you want to do, you want to be able to move forward with, or something that you want to achieve. Feel free just to take advantage of that. Last month, Master Coach A officially launched the Be Learning Society, the tent maker of Be Learning, home for mental fitness, and Decap Copy Republic is hosting the Be Learning e-card that unlocks opportunities to smarter living with monthly perks. And what perks you will get? You will get 3 perks. The first one is a 5% food and beverage discount from Decap Copy Republic. And the second is a monthly mental model masterclass by Master Coach A. This is happening every third Saturday of the month. And also, the third perk that you will get is a 90-minute coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. So imagine you get a 5% discount, you get a mental model masterclass for Master Coach A, and a 90-minute coaching session with a senior coach from Life Coach Philippines. So take advantage of this. Next month, what you will get from the Mental Model Masterclass scheduled on July 17th at 7 p.m., Master Coach A will teach the 80-20 model mastery. Yan. You might be familiar with the 80-20 mental model or the 80-20 rule. If there's something that you want to explore, if this is something that you want to take advantage of, maybe, just maybe, and I know you will, you'll get some a lot of learnings in here that you haven't learned in the internet. And I tell you, it's going to be a powerful thing. Discover how you can apply it in almost every area of your life and accelerate your success. So for more information and registration assistance, connect with Coach Rezzhel through 0917-586-1661. Moving on for today's episode, I will be sharing to you, well, I'm going to talk to the men out there, or the parents out there, specific to their child, their son, breaking men's stereotypes. Please do tag your friends and share this video link with others and invite them to join in the conversation. If you, however, because maybe you're doing something, you're in a meeting right now, you're traveling, but you watch this on a replay, comment there, #replay, and let us send us a message if you wish to connect with any points that resonates with you. If I'm able to share to you something that resonates with you, do feel free to put that in the comment section. The YouTube link where you can find the replay of these episodes at Noontime Kapehan is found on the caption of this video as well. Please do follow and subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified of all the future videos to stuff your digital space with valuable content. It's all about value in here, and that is what we are giving to you. All right, Coach Maureen, thank you very much for joining Breaking Men's Stereotypes. Before I begin, if this is the first time you're joining me, if this is the first time you're watching me, if this is the first time you're seeing this face, I am Coach Shaun, Joya, a professional co-actively co-create life coach, certified by Master Coach A and a mental health coach from Life Coach Philippines. And my focus is in the area of self-leadership. And self-leadership is your ability to be intentional on the way you feel and the way you think and the way you respond. I've learned when I became a certified life coach and when I was a director back in the corporate world, I realized how important self-leadership is on every individual. If you want to lead others effectively, you need to lead yourself first. And if you're able to lead yourself, I tell you, there is power in self-leadership. So that is what I teach. If you want to be intentional with the kind of experience that you want, the kind of relationship that you want to create, that is something that I can help you with. I've been a father for 19 years now, and I have two children. My daughter is 19 years old, and my son is 15 years old. And this is the reason why I'm sharing this to you, why we need to start breaking the men stereotypes, because that has been my challenge. I'm 39 years old now. It has been a challenge for me to break the stereotypes of what expectation is as far as men is concerned. And I want to be able to break that. And I want to help parents out there understand themselves. Because as a parent, if you understand yourself, if you understand how you behave, how you understand how to react, it helps you a lot in managing and helping your children, go over things, manage things, focus on the things that are important to you. Plus, if you are a leader, it also helps you a lot in your business. If you want to learn more about what I do in the digital space, I have a Facebook group, which is Effective Parenting Partnership. This is for parents out there who wants to create a partnership with their children. One of the things that I've learned in relationship, that it cannot be just the one person who's speaking and expecting that everything will work out. It needs to be with a partnership with the children if you want to create a peaceful and harmonious parenting in synergy. Get this learning in there. I post in there every Mondays, Wednesday, and Fridays. I post in there contents, tips, learnings in there so you can develop your parenting skills. And every day I post in there some questions, engagement questions that would allow you to really start thinking about where you're at right now and how you can develop the relationship with your children. For men out there, if you're looking for a space where it's secured and safe space for you to express yourself, I created a page which is called Inspired Fidelity. I help their men to be able to express their feelings and desires and their dreams so that they can live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. If that is something that you are looking forward to, maybe you're in the stage right now where you're still thinking of, gusto ko ba yung coach? Parang wala pa ako doon. You're still journeying. Go through that page. Take a look at it. Watch my videos in there. I teach you there how you can start expressing yourself and how you can start being yourself and how you can be more human. I've grown up in a space in which I'm too analytical and, mostly in logical perspective. And I started to make a change and being more creative and using my emotions to be able to be human as I progress. And lastly, if you want to connect with me, just feel free to connect with me on a personal level, Shaun Chong Di Hoya. If you have any questions, it's in the description below if you want to learn more about the links that I've shared. So click nyo lang dyan and let's stay connected. For the group, just make sure that you're answering the question in there. All right? So let's talk about men stereotypes. There was a research in 1999. The research group Children Now asked boys between ages 10 to 17 about their perceptions of the male characters they saw on television. So we're going to talk about television because at the end of the day, for most often than not, social media as well is influencing the way men are looked at. Even the video streaming companies out there is also depicting these kinds of videos or these kinds of movies about what men needs to be. And from the study, based on the study, the group has concluded that the media do not reflect the changing work and family experience of most men today. So it doesn't change that. It just sticks with the stereotype of what men needs to be and who are the men that needs to be or what they need to become and vice versa. And that is a fact not lost on the boys who notice the discrepancies between the media portrays and the reality they knew, because there's a disconnect with what they see in social media, what they see in videos, what they see in television, what they see in the screen of what man is and how it is being depicted in reality. So there's this connection. And what are those men stereotypes? What are those stereotypes that people would take a look at specifically to the man? I'll give you 8 points here for you to start reflecting on, especially if you maybe you know someone, maybe you have a kid in there, maybe your husband, is taking a look at it. Maybe you have a boyfriend or trying to find a boyfriend. Take a look at this, di ba, Coach Mao? Number one, on television, most men and boys usually keep their attention focused largely just on women and girls. Ayan. So that is where the television is depicted, that we only look for women and girls, and that is where the focus on. But in reality, it's not really just like that. Number two, many males on TV are violent and angry. If you take a look at all of the video, most of the videos, they are violent and angry, has these emotions that cannot be managed and what have you. But in reality, if you see that with other people, other men out there, it's not really hold true. And also, men are generally leaders and problem solvers, which not everyone is really a leader. Not everyone also is problem solvers. Not everyone is. But, we progress as men out there, we're being forced because of the stereotype that we need to be as such and we need to stand up as such, which is putting pressure on the people or the men out there that cannot solve their problems. As I've said this morning during my coaching Think Talk, we cannot solve a problem that we have created in the first place. The only time that we can resolve that is to find someone that can support us, solving the problem. And number four is males are funny, confident, successful, and athletic. It is said, not everyone is funny. Men also has some, confidence issues. Not all men are successful in different areas of your life, and not everyone is athletic. So that is the reality. That's what you see. In my number five, it's rare to see men or boys crying or otherwise showing vulnerability. Have you ever seen men who's crying, who's showing weaknesses, who's sharing weaknesses, who's having conversation about what's not working in their life? Have you ever heard of men like those? And it's also being said here that male characteristic on TV could not be described as sensitive. That men are insensitive. Men are not, mindful of their partner's emotion, not mindful of other people's feeling, not mindful of their children's feeling. That they just focus on the work that they do. And male characters are mostly shown in the workplace and only rarely at home. At the expectation based on what social media is depicting, that men out there needs to continuously be working at the workplace. And at home, what they only do is go on the couch, drink something, watch TV, and that's it. And in my number eight, more than a third of the boys had never seen a man on TV doing domestic chores. Now, this is based on the research in which, in actuality, between the age of 10 to 17, when they were doing this research, they're not really able to see that in reality, their parents or their father are doing chores at home, domestic chores. But in television, that doesn't happen because it's being depicted as someone that you work in this industrial age, right? And this research is the one that's really conflicting what people are seeing on media and what you're seeing in an actual setting. Like it, we need to, as a man, you need to be able to meet that expectation. You need to be able to follow these stereotypes for you to be successful. But in reality, some boys, because they're not able to express themselves, have this dislike of what is being portrayed in the media. And that's a reason why not a lot of men are really being able to express themselves about how they feel about things. While based on research, men have admired, or the, the boys have admired the characters because they're able to master the challenges, they're able to solve the problems. You know, they also dislike the characters because they saw that the victims, they saw them as victims of their circumstances. They also saw them as violent and angry. And it was not something that is appealing to the research, those boys who have done the research. When I was reflecting on this, I realized that I like the part that men would be able to solve their own problems. You know, that is the kind of mindset that has been created or is still in me anyway. And traditionally, right, the expectation is women are the ones who's cooking at the house, you know, taking care of a house and so on and so forth. But the reality is, this is not really the case of it. That boys are not totally just heroes, that boys are not just really the one problem solving, that boys are the one that can overcome, you know, challenges under pressure. That's not always gonna be that. You know, I've been in this journey that I need to be standing up as such as a man, that I can do it alone, that I can be alone, that I can solve problems, that I can make things happen, that I can do this and I can do that, and those kinds of things. And it's just, in reality and in my heart, it's just putting a lot of stress in the hearts of men. Now, not a lot of men can express this. Not a lot of men could tell you that, hey, I'm struggling, I'm challenged, I'm not good enough, I need help. You know, social media has created, and, you know, movies has created and depicted what men needs to be. It created this image that a man needs to be strong, they need to be aggressive, they sometimes, you know, do stupid things, they become violent or become a criminal. But what is the real character of men? What must men be and what must men do? Because not a lot of men can easily share their feelings, their desires, and dreams to others, especially their partners. Like, when was the last time that you've experienced your, you know, spouse? Maybe you're a woman watching right now. Coach Marife is here watching. Master Coach Jasmine. That you've heard your husband telling you that, hey, this is what I'm really feeling inside. This is really my struggle right now. This is what I'm experiencing right now. This is what I'm seeing right now. This is what is disturbing me every single moment, every single day of my life. But because of what this world is expecting and because of how I was raised, I'm not able to express it to you. When did you experience that intimate moment with your husband who just shared to you the inner desires with such emotion, and, you know, tears flowing out there, who's struggling to make sense of what's happening in him because he doesn't understand, or he doesn't even have a mental picture of what being sensitive is. Maybe you're a man out there and you've heard someone telling you, or maybe your spouse telling you, you're so insensitive. I agree. Before I don't agree with that. But as I continue to immerse myself in life coaching, understanding who I am, I've realized and accepted that I am really insensitive. And it's not really your fault. It's not really my fault. It's just because how we were raised. Because women, babies, when they were growing up, for women, they were being taught to be expressive. They were being taught to share their feelings. They're being taught to, have conversations. They're being taught to be able to create a connection. While for men, the expectation is find a job, have a home, buy a car, have a business maybe, have a family, buy a farm if you can, then die, retire, go to the mountains, to the beach, travel anywhere in the world, and that's about it. But there's no really teaching of what and how to create relationship, how to build connection, how to stay connected, how to be emotionally invested to the children or to the spouse, even to the parents. That has been a challenge for me, I think, for 35 years. I'm 39 right now, so I started journeying there. But 3 years ago, when I became a certified life coach, that all changed. Because I wanted to understand how is it that a man who's very successful in their career choose to find different relationship to fulfill something that they cannot even articulate or express. Again, not that they're bad. They're just not being taught how to. And it was a challenge. When I was given an opportunity to do so, I've realized that what you see in the image and the digital media is not really what depicting of what real men is all about. And I was fortunate enough to understand or develop my spirituality. I'm not a spiritual person. I don't pray before. Maybe I pray, but unintentionally. I am a Christian before. I converted to Catholic. When I was a Christian, I just, follow with the flow because my mom would tell me, hey, go here, go here. And I enjoy that. But intentionally, learning and understanding, that is not something that I've really done. When I converted into Catholic, things started to, progress. I started to make a deeper understanding connection with God. But when I became a life coach, that is when I really started to understand the words in the Bible, to understand. I'm not talking about religion. I'm just talking about spirituality, on how we are created with a purpose, with a meaning, with a calling, and with a mission. So as men who's watching there, what is your mission? What is your purpose? And what are you ought to be doing in this world as of today? Right now, I'm gonna share to you what does a real man look like. I'm just gonna share to you 5 tips that I've learned along the way, and my hope is you will be able to start reflecting on it and see where you're at, as far as how you see yourself is concerned. Thank you, Coach Marifed. This is your day, pala. Yes, this is my day. I'm becoming vulnerable in this at this time, and I think that's one of the biggest things that I've learned. Vulnerability is really something that we need to start teaching our children. It's not easy, but I tell you, when your children start seeing you becoming vulnerable, you understand them, um, it's just a wonderful feeling. It's a wonderful feeling because you see your children. They understand you and you understand them. And if you want to leave a legacy behind to them, I want to live that legacy to them. That kind of experience, that kind of feeling, that kind of emotion that they saw me as a human being, not just providing financially, physically, the house, school, and what have you, but really providing from the heart of connection. So I'm going to share to you five things of what does a real man look like. Number one is a man controls his emotions and passions. That is number one. Control his emotion and passions. It means that you're slow to anger. You can manage your anger. You're not that, when you get triggered, you just don't go shouting around, being physical about it. Especially if you have a son, you're not physical about your son. If your son is not following, is not listening to you, is ignoring you, you think is ignoring you, control your emotions and your passions. Emotions are, maybe you got triggered by your children. Then you suddenly got angry. Or your passions are, what are the things that you're passionate about? Are those some things that you're doing? Or are those something that you're just parking and putting aside? Number two, what does a real man look like? A man, number two, a man provides to his family. And I'm not talking about financial support. Providing to the family means emotional support. Investing in the emotional piggy bank. Putting in time in there. Putting in, memories in there. Putting in things in there that your children will remember. And as they grow, they will continuously be reminded of the great things that you've done for them because you taught them great values, great principles, and great insights of what life needs to be. Number three, what does a real man look like? A man protects his family. And protection is passing wisdom to the children. Protection is passing knowledge to your children. It's not protecting them just to protect them in the home so they don't go out and what have you. It's protecting them to have the necessary skills, knowledge, wisdom, experience, talents that they will be able to utilize these and create a character that thrives in the future. Because we're not going to be here forever. You know, some of us may live when we're 60, 70, some probably 100, but we don't know what we don't know. So protecting them in that way allows them to be confident, to be courageous, and empowers you and allows you as well to be, you know, at peace that your children will go well. Number four, a man serves and leads his family. Leading the family means sacrificing your own desire, sacrificing your own needs, sacrificing what, benefits you will get in the short term. That you're focused more on the long term. You're focused more on, hey, if you invest your time and attention to your children will become like this. They will become successful. They will become someone who was born here in this world to do their mission. Serving your children and leading your children means that you're helping them to find their right path because a path was already created for them. And that's the only thing that we need to do as father, as a dad, is to help them find their path. And lastly, what does a real man look like? A man follows God's design for true masculinity. The core of a man's life is seen through his relationship with God. I have been reminded this time and again, and even in my daily journals, my daily reading, I do a reflection every single day as I wake up in the morning to have a deeper understanding of what men needs to be and what I need to be. And I realized that the greatest manual that we can use to get wisdom and nuggets, for me anyway, is the Bible. That it just allows you to see life in a different perspective. You know, years ago, I wouldn't even had a deeper understanding of what the Bible is telling me. But as I progress, I read other books and I read the Bible. It's just, there are principles in there that are the same, that they got it from the Bible and they utilize it in their books, and it's just a powerful thing. And when you have a deeper understanding of what the message is telling you and how you are being reminded every single moment of your life, at times we get can be too focused on what this world is trying to give you, and you tend to forget the value of what you're leaving behind when your time has ended here, because we will all die. But the question is, what legacy are we living with our children? I'm not even talking about the legacy that you will live with other people. It's with your children. Because what life is it that you're living a legacy with other people, but with your children, you're not instilling something in them, you will be remembered as the future generations progress, that you are someone who instilled values, principles, wisdom, knowledge to the children that allowed them to be successful in their life. The age right now for men is a challenging time. We are expected to be as such and as such and as such. But the challenge here is the purity of the heart that we have to really, bow down, be humble, obey, and follow what, you know, God is telling you. Because I'm sure God did not leave you. I'm sure God is still there speaking to you. I'm sure God is telling you to man up, move up, take action. And the power is in you to make this change and changing these kinds of stereotype. Because if we don't change it, it's just gonna be a continuous loop. It's just gonna be a continuous thing where men out there will eventually just take their life because they're not able to express themselves because people don't understand how they're feeling. Based on research, men are 3.6 times likely to commit suicide than women, because men don't express. And I understand that. I understand. I hear you, because I was like that too. But we can't do it alone. We need help. And if you want to change the future generation and if you want to change your children, then you need to stand up, make that change, and show some emotion, show your vulnerability, show your weakness to your children. Because when you're able to do that, I tell you, it just really change. And the way that you see yourself and the way that you see others just change the way you perceive life. 3 years ago, I my wife decided to do a career shift. Decap Copy Republic was still in Pioneers PC. Sorry, in Mandaluyong. Uh, and she asked me, "Can we go to Decap Copy Republic? I just want to visit there. Just want to see how that looks like and how life coaching is there." And I think it was a Thursday, maybe I could be wrong. We went there and Coach A has a class, and we sat down there, and I was, an arrogant little prick back then. I'm not sure if Coach Rezzhel can remember my first day when I was there, very arrogant. You have this stance and you say that everything's doing well for me. And I sat down there and I appreciate the way that Master Coach A was teaching. Wasn't biblical. There's no scriptures. I'm allergic to those things, by the way, even now. And she gave this profound message every time we attend that. So every Tuesday and Thursday we would attend. When she has classes, we would attend and so on. And I was getting nourishment in there. I was getting the spiritual nourishment, and I was being nourished by also the food and beverage in there. One of the food that I appreciated before and I liked before is the bagel. I love those bagel. You put some is it spam ham by yon Coach Rezzhel? You put there a cheese, some veggies in there. Wonderful. Try that out. Message Coach Rezzhel in there. Message her. Get some orders in there. Get some food in there. Be blessed. Fill your stomach with those love in there. And if you want to feel the space, go to Decap Coffee Republic. They're now at Pioneer Center compound along Pioneer Road, Capitolio, Pasig City. Just in front of Bayanihan Center. Just a few 5 months, I think. I think it's only a few months. Then, or 1 month, if I remember correctly. Coach Tin decided to get certified. And I was not a prayerful guy before. The budget for the certification is only for Coach Tin. And I said to myself, I think I want to go through and go through the process as well of certification. And I just prayed. I seldom pray. I intentionally don't pray. I prayed that day and I asked Lord, God, if this is what you want me to do, if this is something that you want me to move forward, because I am thinking of becoming a John Maxwell certified, but this changed the course of my future. And we were selling a car back then that we haven't sold for the longest time. I think it's about a year. And it got sold. And that is where it started to change me. It started to have a deeper understanding of it and how if you just leave everything to God, and I'm not perfect, I still have my issues, I still have my challenges, I'm still working on that. At times I hurt people. I hurt some of the people here. I've said some pretty nasty things in my life and not proud of it, but it's beautiful when you're in a space where you're celebrated but not tolerated. And that is what the Cup Coffee Republic represents. A place, a home where you can transform and you can become a better version. No one will judge you. That no one will say you're arrogant. That no one will say you're prideful, you're a little prick. No one will say that. You will be accepted as is because every individual has their own season. That's what the Copy Republic gave me. And I don't express that much and still working on that because, at times you get to have this mindset that men need not express their vulnerability. But as I've learned in time, I've realized how important it is to start expressing so the other person understand you so that you can understand yourself. And I appreciated that journey. It's a powerful journey. It's a powerful experience. And it's a powerful way that whatever happens, you have people in there who will support you. Even if you mess up or if you do some shitty things. Sorry for the lack of a better term. So if you're finding for a space for men out there, you want to break the stereotype, the Copy Republic is a place for you. It will teach you to be human. And if you want to feel good and look good, if you want a beautification project, get certified as a life coach, go to the Copy Republic. We'll be there later at around 4 p.m. Go in there. Coach A will be there, I think. I know she's going to be there as well in the afternoon. Go there. Visit us. Let's have a conversation. You don't have to prepare anything. If you're a man out there, go there. Let's grab some coffee. Coffee's great there. I take the black coffee, Americano. Let's just spend some time. Every Thursday, we're there. But if you want to go there, you're not available today, maybe you're available tomorrow, just feel free to message us. Message D Cup Copy Republic, schedule a time. They'll message me, then let's meet. Or you can contact me, 0917-569-4200. And I've also put in the link in there, the link to my pages. If you have any questions, if this talk has resonated with you or connected with you, feel free to connect with me. I would be happy to help you. Coach Rezzhel said, help is available. Thank you, Coach Marife. Beautiful. The core of a real man is anchored in his relationship with God. Yeah, I have learned that at the latter part. I hope I have learned that early on, but it's season. People have season. Men have season too. And if you want to change your life, you want to create a better life, you want to live a more fulfilling and meaningful life, you without wandering from places to places, just wondering what to do, wondering what the kind of future is, Pickup Copy Republic is the place for you. All right. Thank you for joining me today. As I close, I invite you to be back tomorrow, same time and same digital space for Coach Maureen. It's going to be tomorrow, and the topic is encounter your beauty within the season of singlehood. So sa mga single woman out there, grab in tomorrow, same time, 12 noon, to bring home D-Cup Copy experience. Connect with Coach Rezzhel, 0917-586-1661. The number is in there on the screen. If you want to order as well, we're open at 10 p.m. today. Food and order, beverage order. You may also visit D-Cup Copy Republic inside Pioneer Center along Pioneer Road, Capitolio, Pasig City. Once again, I am Coach Shaun De Hoya. I'm inviting you to join the be part of the Be Learning journey for living smarter with monthly perks. Getting a lot of perks in there. Looking forward for the 80-20 principle. Utilize that. I tell you, it will work significantly for you and your life. See you tomorrow. Maraming salamat. Labang boom, labang boom, labang boom. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.